When we talk about decluttering and minimalism, it sounds simple. Just clear the clutter to create more space. But what if that is just scratching the surface? What if every drawer you clear, every decision you make is actually saying something much deeper about you, your life, and your needs? In this video, I will share 10 deeper things we are really looking for when we declutter. Because once you understand these underlying reasons, your actions to simplify will have much more purpose, clarity, and confidence behind them. The first one is emotional safety. Feeling safe isn't something we usually connect with decluttering, but underneath it all, that's often what we are reaching for. At the surface, it looks like we just want a cleaner space. Below the surface, it's about wanting to feel calmer, less anxious. But at the deepest level, it's about building a sense of safety in a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming. Calm and decluttered home isn't only about nicely organized shelves. It's about creating a space where you can breathe calmly and deeply, where you can finally just be without needing to stay ready for anything to disturb you. Sometimes you feel this in the smallest moments, like when you clear a countertop and your breathing slows down without you even thinking about it, or when you open a drawer and nothing spills out and somehow the whole day feels a little lighter. These are quiet ways we tell ourselves it's safe to relax here. So take a moment and ask yourself which spot in your home feels the safest right now. I think that's a very good thing to know. And it doesn't have to be perfect or even look tidy. Like for me, this is our living room carpet for some reason, don't ask why. So just when things go messy or it's an overwhelming or heavy day, let yourself emotionally rest in that spot. The second one is authenticity. As we have moved through life, many of us, little by little, started building lives that didn't feel fully ours anymore. We added things, bought things, decorated and arranged, and somewhere in all of this, a small part of us might have gone missing. So for many of us, letting go is about dropping the mask. It's about stopping the hiding behind things, behind purchases, behind versions of ourselves that don't really feel true anymore. And decluttering is one way we start living more honestly. One way we start showing who we really are. At the surface, it might look like we just want a more organized home. Below the surface, it's about wanting a space that actually feels like us. And at the deepest level, it's about something even more important. It's about living as our true selves, without hiding, without pretending. Sometimes this can be like donating clothes that looked good on paper but never felt right on your body, or selling furniture that looked nice but never really felt like home. It's those little choices that build a life that feels real again. So take a moment and ask yourself, where does my space reflect who I really am? And where does it reflect who I thought I should be? The third reason is self-trust. I really believe that decluttering is also an act of self-trust. Trusting that you know what you need and don't need to live a happy life. Every decision to let go of something is a small way of saying, I believe I can live without this. I believe I am enough without it. At the surface, it looks like you are clearing out stuff you don't use. Below the surface, it's about wanting to feel lighter and more confident in your choices. And at the deepest level, it's about trusting yourself to know what's right for your life, even if others are living differently. You might be letting go of these just-in-case items because you trust yourself to handle whatever comes, creating a simpler wardrobe without needing backup options for every possible situation, deciding you don't need a big reason to let go of something, and trusting that I don't want this thing anymore is just enough. Of course, this is not always that easy if you are living with people who don't share the same minimalist mindset. It takes even more patience and even more trust in yourself to keep moving toward the life you believe in. So if you want extra support with that, I have just launched a full guide to this called Simple Living with Non-Minimalists, the ultimate guide. It's filled with strategies to help you stay true to your own simple life, even when the people around you live differently. So check it out, the link is in the description. Another thing is permission to change. I think there's really strength in letting go of the past. Decluttering old items that no longer serve us can be seen as a small way of honoring who we are becoming. It's a reminder that you are not stuck in one version of yourself forever. Here I want to emphasize though that decluttering is not about forgetting the past and thinking it doesn't hold or have any meaning or value. It's about making room for the future and life you are allowed to create. Reinventing yourself starts mentally, but I really believe physical changes are a big part of that too. Like for me, when I first started moving toward this minimalist lifestyle and mindset, I had just moved abroad with only a suitcase. I didn't bring much from my past with me, just the essentials and my favorite items, and it made stepping into this new chapter of my life feel so much lighter. I wasn't weighed down by stuff that didn't fit the person I was becoming. So at the surface, it can look like we are just getting rid of old stuff. Below the surface, it's about wanting to own things that fit more who we are. And at the deepest level, it's about giving ourselves permission to grow, evolve, and move forward. So a reflection question for you: what am I ready to release so I can create space for who I am becoming? The fifth one is meaningful living. For so many of us, it's not really about less stuff. It's about more life, right? We don't declutter because we hate things. We declutter because we love time, we love freedom and presence. When our lives get crowded with things, they often get crowded away from meaning too. We start spending our energy on maintaining, fixing, organizing, instead of creating real memories, connections, and moments. So when you have less stuff, you have more resources to give to what truly matters, whatever that is for you. More attention, more energy, more care. At the surface, it looks like we are aiming always for a tidier, less overwhelming home. Below the surface, it's about wanting more time and space for the things that matter. And at the deepest level, it's about living a life that feels meaningful, intentional, and real, not wasted. To go deeper into this one, ask yourself, what parts of my home or life give me energy back? And what parts quietly drain it? 6. Mental clarity and focus. Sometimes the simplest way to clear your mind is to start with what is around you. Simplifying your space can give your mind room to settle again, room to hear your own thoughts. You can do this by clearing a cluttered desk so your work feels lighter, letting go of visual noise so you can think clearly. So at the surface, it looks like wanting less stuff at home. Below the surface, it's wanting a clearer mind. And at the deepest level, it's about regaining your focus so you can live more fully, not scattered by hundreds of distractions. Something to reflect on: how has decluttering helped you protect your focus and energy? We declutter because we want to escape from pressure. Sometimes it's not the clutter itself that feels heavy, it's everything that it represents. So in this, decluttering can be a quiet way of stepping off that treadmill, choosing what feels honest and light, not what feels like proof that you are doing enough or having enough. At the surface, it looks like wanting less clutter. Below the surface, it's wanting to feel less weighed down by expectations. And at the deepest level, it's wanting to feel enough, to live without needing to constantly prove your worth. You probably do this type of decluttering already, so it's very good to reflect on in which areas of my life have I already stepped away from proving and into simply being, just so that you don't overlook the positive changes that you have already made. Number 8, contribution. Decluttering can feel like just a personal journey, but it often comes from something bigger, a wish to have a positive impact. Living simply often means living more consciously, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. It's about needing less, taking less, and giving more where you can. So donating clothes, books, or furniture where they can truly help someone else, using fewer resources, supporting sustainable choices because you no longer want to just consume, teaching by being an example, so showing that meaning doesn't come from what you own, but from how you live. When you live with less and start making choices that show more care and more attention, you naturally leave a smaller footprint. For me, this has been a huge reason why I have been able to and really wanted to keep going with this lifestyle for so long. I feel like doing hard things, like saying no much more than saying yes, is way easier when you have something bigger than yourself behind it. So at the surface, it might look like wanting to live with less. Below the surface, it's about wanting to live with more care and intention. And at the deepest level, it's about wanting to contribute, to leave the world a little better than you found it. Here's something good for you to think. What positive changes have already come from your decision to live with less? The next one is hope. If you have lived with a lot of stuff that overwhelmed you, starting to declutter might have had this quiet thought behind it, that maybe life doesn't have to be this heavy. Maybe things could feel a little easier than they have been. This feeling of hope could come from clearing just a corner of a room or waking up to a home that feels just a little softer around you. Feeling a shift in your own energy, not because everything is now perfect, but because finally there's a little bit of space to breathe. At the surface, it looks like wanting to declutter stuff. Below the surface, it's wanting to feel lighter and freer in your everyday life. And at the deepest level, it's the belief that small changes can still bring you closer to peace. So notice today what small shifts are bringing you more space to breathe. Number 10, acceptance of our impermanence. Letting go reminds us that everything, chapters, phases of life, even who we are, naturally changes and fades away. Decluttering is about accepting that life keeps moving. It's recognizing that nothing is meant to stay forever and that isn't something to fear, even if it's a scary thought, or at least for me it is. Letting go of things tied to a chapter that has naturally ended. Like, I am filming today's video from my grandparents' old place. I spent so many days and weeks here as a kid and also as a young adult, and now the place is all empty. I mean, I just put that there so that it wouldn't look that empty. That is one of the last things that are here, because this place was actually sold yesterday. So this will be the very last time that I am here, and it feels sad to leave. But I want to focus on being grateful for the memories that it gave me. And I want to let the next family moving in have the same opportunity we did to create their own memories here and make the most out of this place. And after all, it was never really about this place, this home, this house. It was always about the people in it, and them I will carry in my heart no matter where I go. At the surface, it looks like wanting to clear out old things. Below the surface, it's wanting to live lighter and stay open to change. And at the deepest level, it's the choice to live peacefully, knowing that nothing is permanent, and that's okay. If you want more support on your minimalist journey, remember to check out my Simple Living with Non-Minimalists, the ultimate guide. There's a link in the description for that. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to stay kind and meaningful in your own beautiful journey. See you in the next one.